Gareth, an all-girl choir singing the Lord's Prayer, was it a good choice for their range of voices?
I'm charmed. It was a perfect choice. Really lovely. A very special sound that you created, and a very special stillness and focus that you created at the beginning that was wonderful. I could just have used just a little more richness in the tone at times.
Laura?
I'm going to disagree with Gareth. I felt your tone was so beautiful. I was really moved when your unison line sounded like one voice. Who needs boys? you sound perfect.
Susie?
This is an example of where perfect tuning takes the performance to another level. But there might be a danger of developing one tone colour in the lower voices. And what I would do is try and explore different kinds of colour. I mean, that's very nitpicky.
Yeah.
And actually, what really touched me was the start. It was so beautiful. That sort of glossy, simple, almost childlike, but not children. And by the way, I love your dresses.
Thank you, Rochester Grammar School.
The comments were so encouraging, fantastic feedback, so I'm thrilled.
The Lord's Prayer, was it very spiritual singing that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of us are very spiritual, and we all believe everything we said, and we really hope it came across in our faces and everything. It really means a lot to us.
Our next choir know this competition well. Over recent years, they've made the semi-finals 3 times and the final itself in 2012. It's the Godolphin School from Salisbury.
Our uniform is somewhat unusual. They wear a pinny.
Sometimes, if it's your birthday, you can go around for the whole day wearing a pink pinny, which means everyone knows it's your birthday.
From proud hearts and stubborn wills are put to flight.
It's quite hard to find a hymn that's suitable for just girls to sing, because of course most hymns are written for men and women to sing. So I found something that I think is suitable for the girls.
Tell Out My Soul has always been one of my favourites, because it's got such a beautiful message.
It's the Magnificat when Mary finds out that she's going to have God's son, and it's a song that she sings.
It's very hard to not get carried along by the piece.
Just before we go on stage, I will say to the girls, really enjoy yourselves, really give everything you've got, and just have a ball.
The Godolphin School, ladies and gentlemen. Laura, Godolphin have got a lot of experience singing in this competition. Did it show?
Yes, absolutely. I thought when you broke into harmony, your balance was really good. I could hear each part, and that was really great. I wondered when some of the descant parts, though, just as a minor point, maybe we could think about just how it balances. We don't really want to overhear those parts. But I think your performance was really spirited and joyous.
Susie, a beautiful hymn. Did they sing it beautifully?
Oh, what a glorious sound. Particularly at the opening, it was just, again, it was just such a fresh colour of sound. It was beautiful. When you sing a series of words, so tell out my soul, 4 syllables, if they're all weighted equally, it's very hard to get the sense of where the text is going. And I just slightly felt that there were a lot of syllables that were equally weighted, rather than seeing a phrase and deciding which syllable should we energize towards, because that, I think, would then take it onto another level of communication. Thank you.
Gareth, a polished performance from Godolphin. Did it shine for you?
Yeah, very slick. Great, clear diction, good balance, and I totally agree with Laura. It was a good decision, I think, to have fewer voices on the descant, and actually you've got some very good soloist potential there. Maybe one would have done it. A small point, but I felt at times that you, certainly at the beginning, you made a fantastic impact with your first phrase, and perhaps releasing a bit too much breath. You got to the end, and I just felt that slight tightening of not saving something to the end of the phrase. I think there's some development in the sound to go, but spoke very well, that performance. Congratulations, it was good.
Thank you, Godolphin School.
Well, Mrs. Sparkle, did they sparkle for you today?
Absolutely sparkled. They were fantastic. I was delighted with their performance.
I was quite apprehensive about going on, but as soon as you get on, the atmosphere is great, and it's a really, really good experience, and I enjoyed it so much.
Our next school literally are a school choir run by students for students. It's the Greycoat Hospital from London.
Okay, what do we need to do differently?
The fact that they've got here, really, by doing everything themselves, does make it actually a really very, very special achievement, and something that here in the school we're incredibly proud of.
Caris is the leader. I aid Caris with whatever she needs musically.
We both together, we sit down and we pick the songs and we choose the arrangement and how we want it to sound, where we want harmonies to go. So we do everything from scratch. Let's go from above all wisdom.
During our rehearsal, she has quite a funny way of telling us to be quiet. She tells us to snip, so she comes towards us, snip.
She loves to do her T's like
Because our style is more gospel, I think that will set us apart slightly, and I think that will hopefully give us the edge.
I really feel the message of the song because it's about the crucifixion of Jesus, which is a really important part of Christianity.
Thank you, because you're a glorious God. Thank you so much for all you've done.
We always pray together as a choir before we do any performance, so I think that will calm people down and me down. I think I'll be very nervous.
Above all powers, above all kings, above all nature and all created things, above all wisdom and all the ways of man, you were here
Here come